today with my good friend Sivaramakrishnan of Serene Shenbagam, which is in Kovai. It's in Madampatti, Kovai district. And last time we heard from him, he spoke to us about Sowmya Ayyar and how her life really exemplifies intercultural and interfaith belief. When in an era when maybe perhaps there was a lot of Muslim invasion in India, but she didn't recognize the difference between Hindu and Muslim. Rather, she just found bhakti. So today, sir, can you tell us, she found bhakti in the idol of the Murti of Aranganadar. But did she find Aranganadar and the idol itself?
Sowmya, I mentioned to you, she on not finding the idol, the Vigraham, she just fell down, collapsed, dead. The Vigraham was nowhere to be found by the soldiers. Okay. The story of Sowmya Ayyar ended there. Now, if you want to know what happened to the Vigraham, well, that is another story.
Yes.
And that also involves what you may perhaps refer to as a yogini.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful. And by the way, I do want to also mention your really beautiful T-shirt, your attire today.
Oh.
Can you tell us a little bit about that before we get started with the story?
Well, this is a simple wear, partly for summer. I am very comfortable. You know, I do not have much of a dress sense.
Yes.
I am very casual about the way I attire myself. Well, this is displaying a Gopuram temple. Gopuram, you know what the Gopuram is? This is the Gopuram. Okay. Typically in South India only you will find all the temples will be having a tower, multi-tier tower, 7-tier, 5-tier, 3-tier, or even higher. Have you ever been to Tanjavur?
Yes.
The big temple, Pragdishwara temple.
Yes.
This is the Gopuram of that. Okay. This is the Gopuram. So, what printed here is Tamizanin Adayalam. You understand?
Yes. This is a symbol or a representative
of a Tamil.
Of Tamil.
That's right. Okay.
Okay, so back to the
Oh,
story.
by the way, now what I'm going to talk about also is going to be about a Gopuram.
Oh, beautiful.
Coincidentally. Anyway. Well, about the Vigraham you want to know. Why she could not find that idol, Ranganatha idol. Nammalvar, I mean not Nammalvar, Namberumal. Sorry, Nammalvar is Sowmya Ayyar fell in love with that Namberumal Vigraham, the idol of the Ranganatha. That Ranganatha is known as Namberumal. Okay. Namberumal. Okay. What happened to that Namberumal Vigraham? Is the question now. Well, when Sultan got to know of this tragic demise of his princess, you can understand he was full of rage. So he sent some real reinforcements, army, and said, do not come back without that Namberumal Vigraha. No? Although the princess died, he was very upset with this chief priest. I refer to as butter. Last time. Butter means priest. Okay. Chief priest. You should not confuse with the Naivedyam, roti and butter. Butter means priest, the chief priest. So I was very upset. So more soldiers were sent, and the captain of that army, Malik Kafur, I said no last time. Okay, Malik Kafur. Yes, I think it was Malik Kafur. Yeah, he was instructed to not return to Delhi without that Vigraham, without that idol. So he camped there, looted all other treasures and everything. Okay. He could not find the Vigraha. But then they stayed put there at Srirangam in the temple, scouting around. They were not going to give up. Now all the people got very scared because they mean business. Those people, they would kill for anything, and for this, definitely they would do anything, right? By the way, the chief priest had very cleverly smuggled the Vigram out of the temple and out of Srirangam. He had taken it away to Madurai somewhere, hidden it Madurai. You see, this is the history, right? Now, since the captain has been instructed to not to return to Delhi, and within a given time frame he doesn't return, he would be beheaded also, right? That was the order of the day. So the people knew somehow they are going to find it out. They killed many people, about, I think, if I'm not mistaken, from whatever I heard from the people. You know how I know all these stories? When I go to this temple, I find some very elderly people. Now, don't ask me, are you not elderly? Okay, I know, I know. Yes, yes, I know, yes. No.
You're young at heart.
Okay.
You
So
find knowledgeable people.
And yes, knowledgeable people, right? You're right. And I used to collect in bits and pieces. Okay. That's how I got this information. So, about, 10 to 12,000 people were totally massacred. Those days, there was a system of Devadasis. Have you heard of Devadasis?
Yes.
Certain set of people, group of people, or some families were totally dedicated to the deity, the lord of the town. Whichever
The art.
temple is there.
Performance art.
Yes,
towards
performing
the
arts. Yes, okay.
The music.
It was a
the
very
dances,
noble,
the art.
very noble calling that was. Noble calling. They were called Devadasis. Dasi means uh, not a slave. Okay, okay.
Servant.
Yeah, Dasi.
In service
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
god.
In service, right. You put it right. Service of the god. Now there was one particular Devadasi whose beauty was very captivating, and she was very famous around the Srirangam and the surrounding areas. And many Jamindar, those days Jamindars and uh, we used to call Kuru Nilamannar. Kuru Nilamannar means there's a king, then there is a smaller king like that. Okay, Kuru Nilamannar. They were all after her, and after all, her calling was also bordering that only. So when she got to know about this, the killing going on, she thought she had to put an end to this somehow. And she said, God has gifted me with such beauty, such talent, and I must put it to use. She took a very bold decision. She marched toward the temple entry. Temple was very well guarded. Nobody was allowed. So when she was trying to enter, the sentries stopped her. She gave them one look. You know who I'm going to meet? Who has summoned me? And named the captain. Immediately she was ushered in with due respect and all that. She was taken to the captain. When the captain has heard about her, but then he kept it aside for some time. She was not a target at that moment. His target was something else, the king's order, the sultan's order. So she was totally enthralled, overrun by her presence in front of him. Very thrilled indeed, looking at her beauty and all that. And you know how she would entice. She performed some dance and all that. In fact, he said that, why did you take the trouble of risking your life and entering the temple? My order to the soldiers is to kill anyone who is trying to enter. She just smiled and said, anybody dares? You know, such bold. And I would have come to your place. You know how men fall, you know. I'm also a man, but old man. Okay, I don't fall. Anyway, so she encouraged him. Then she told him, I know with what objective you have come here, and I would like to help you. She told the captain. The captain thought, oh, this woman is after gold, silver, money. So she is going to sell off the secret as to where it is hidden and all. So she said, yes, whatever you know, if you know my objective, you know I am looking for that Namberuma Vigraham. I will give any amount of gold coins, 1,000 gold coins, diamonds, whatever you want. In fact, I will take you to Delhi. You will be housed in Sultan's Antapuram, you know, Antapuram harem. Yeah. All that. She also pretended to fall. Oh, is it so? Okay. But I can tell you the secret, not in public here. There are so many soldiers, other people surrounding here. Please come along with me. So she took, you know, Srirangam temple. Have you ever gone there? It is spread over. How many exact acres and all I forgot. Very large.
It's huge, yeah.
She walked in all the way, round and round and round. Midway, he got a bit suspicious. Why are you taking me so wrong? He said, if somebody is following us, I want to. If she told him, if somebody is following, I want to shake them off somewhere. Okay. So she was zigzag here and there. Finally, she said, what you're looking for is hidden on top of this Gopuram. You showed Gopuram, you know?
Yeah.
Gopuram. She took him up there, step by step by step by step by step. The name of the Devdasi is Vellai, also known as Vellai and Vellaiamma. Vellai means white.
Point, yes.
Okay. She had warned him that no soldier should accompany and he should not be armed also. He fell for everything, you know, in front of a pretty woman, the man loses everything, right? So took him to the very top. He said, just close your eyes, I will just show you where the Vigraham is. He closed his eyes and this lady gave him one hard push. The captain fell all the way down onto the ground
Oh my God.
and scattered, blood spattered. The soldiers in the front row saw this. Immediately they started rushing towards the Gopuram, you know, because they knew this lady is taken. Okay, something has happened. You know what she did?
She was very clever.
She called out to, oh Ranganatha, here I come to you. She also jumped off, sacrificed her life. To this day, if you go to Sri Rangam, you say you've been to Sri Rangam, you must have gone to many temples in many temple towns. All the towers are painted in multicolors. In Sri Rangam, the east side Gopuram will be snow white.
Yes, I have seen.
Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that.
You didn't wonder as to
Somebody
why.
I didn't ask anybody that time.
Yes.
I usually ask people, but that
Yeah.
time I was.
Many times I have visited, I have not asked. Post retirement only, you know, recently our friend Radha, I used to visit Tiruchi often. You must be aware of it.
Yeah.
So, during one such trip, we had the time to visit Srirangam. That time it struck me, my God, why this? Gopuram. Then I scouted around, I saw, you know, many devotees. I saw one wise guy,
Person.
struck a conversation with him, and I write this with him. And to be very honest, I learned this history, not story. It's itihas, not history. Yes, itihas. See how it happened. He told me. To these days,
Actually, it's her story.
it is her story.
Yeah.
It is her story.
Yeah.
Her story. So now there's something striking here. In the case, so to this day, the Gopuram is painted white only. You can go and verify. Okay, this happened when? I think when that Sultan Malik, 14th century, I think, no?
Yeah, so 600-700
Early
years.
13,
1350.
13, no, maybe, yeah.
700,
Right.
800.
Yes, yeah. So, to this day, it is white. Now, you heard about Tulukanachiar's love for Ranganatha. Now, you heard about this Vellaiamma. I would like to refer to it as Vellaiamma, not Vellai, plain Vellai or Vellai, Vellaiamma. Amma is the greatest. So, Vellaiamma. Vellaiamma also had love for Ranganatha. Can you tell me the difference? Okay, I won't keep you guessing. Meera, Andal, and Tulukanachia, all these three had tremendous love for Ranganatha, Krishna, whatever. Okay? Narayana, whatever you call. But their love is what? What kind of love?
Bhakti.
Bhakti graduating into love. Okay?
Yes.
But love, what kind of love? A possessive love. I want to marry Krishna. I want that is Andal, right? And Tulkanachar, I want the Vigraha with me, right? Possessive love. Whereas the Devdas is love, Vellaiamma's love, not selfish.
Yeah.
Not selfish. She loved him so much. She wanted his, what is called, his blessings or protection, godliness to be bestowed on the entire humanity. That's why she wanted to save the Vigraham from being stolen and taken away. So, right? So, there's the difference between.
I mean, I might disagree with your interpretation of Andal and others, but I do agree that this.
No, I would like to hear your.
We'll do that for another. We'll leave that discussion and that debate for another time.
Okay.
Because this is already.
See, at the same time, I'm not denigrating the love of Andal.
I agree, but the video. This particular session has already been a long story, so we'll leave this dialogue.
Oh, this is long, is it?
Yeah.